All right, I'm John Thomas, owner and founder of Wild Seed Farms, and I just got off the phone with a customer, and I want to share what I talked about with him. He was concerned about grasses and his wildflowers, and us in the South, from Tennessee down, our main grasses are what we call warm season grasses. Bermuda grass, if you've got a long grass like St. Augustine, any grass that's called a warm season grass is a grass that actually grows in the summertime. In the South, our summers are this long and our winters are this long. So the predominant grass for us in the South is warm season grasses. Now, the problem people run into said, well, look, I've got some grasses that are taking over my wildflowers. Well, typically, remember when I said we plant wildflower seed in the fall? The grass is still growing. We don't get a killing frost in the South until probably on average around December. Well, that grass is continually growing. We've dropped a seed down in there, or the wildflower seed is underneath that grass. You want to keep that grass mowed so sunlight can get to the seed, and so the seed will germinate and grow all winter long. A lot of people think that you just plant wildflowers in the fall and they only come up in the spring. No, you want to get them out of the bag onto the ground to where they actually start growing after a rainfall in the fall. From October, November, December, they're actively growing. Your grass, as it cools down, warm season grasses, that's all your native grasses. That's Bermuda grass or any of the grass you see on the roadside. When the first freeze hits, that grass goes dormant. In other words, that grass is still alive. The root system is still alive, but the top part of that grass is brown and not growing. So it's no competition with our wildflowers. The wildflowers continually grow, and the warm season grasses come to a halt, go dormant, and the wildflowers get above the grass, so there's no competition. And a lot of people say, what if I've got cool season grasses? Well, that's a problem with wildflowers because down in the South, a cool season grass such as ryegrass, wheat, oats, any of the grass species that'll grow in the winter, guess what? Our wildflowers are growing in the winter too. And as a rule of thumb, wildflowers come up very quick, but they don't get real tall through the winter. So that grass, let's say ryegrass, annual ryegrass, for an example, starts really showing up in December when our other grasses go dormant. And guess what? That's direct competition. So you need to get rid of the winter grass, ryegrass, perennial rye, fescue, all of that kind of grass that will grow and actually be green and growing in the wintertime. So how do you do that without killing your wildflowers? There's a product called Ornamec that we have. You don't have to be licensed to use it. Just read the directions and it will take out all grasses that are actively growing and won't hurt your wildflowers. Wildflower, if you divide plants into two categories, and this is really getting simple, all plants are either a broadleaf or a grass. So this will take out grasses out of broadleaves. So if you've got a garden with like rose bushes, for an example, and got Bermuda grass coming up in your rose bushes like crazy, and it's really, really hard to get rid of, you can spray this Ornamec over the top of the roses and it will only kill the Bermuda grass. Now, if you've got wildflower seed in the ground, maybe 2 inches high, you got a lot of winter grass or like ryegrass coming up through it, and you're noticing it in December, January, spray it and it will only kill the grasses and leave the wildflowers alone because wildflowers are broadleaves, grasses are grasses. Grasses have parallel venation and that will only take out the grasses. So good luck and thank you for listening.